Hello, welcome to Fallout 76. I am White Rabbit. My gamer tag is D1 White Rabbit. And I play this game for quite a while now. And I would like to share with you today a couple of advices, or at least perspectives, that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. But I think is pretty important for playing this game. So today I'm going to talk about making friends in the game. So why would you like to have friends in the game? Well, you don't really have to. You can play this completely being, without any interaction of other people if you want to. But the thing is, there's so much information here. If you play by yourself, you're gonna only get a fraction of information, and everything you do is gonna be the hardest possible way to do it. Everyone is picking up some tips, they're sharing tips, they're learning new ways to do things. And when you talk to people, they are happy to share that with you because they know how hard this game can be and they want to make it easier for you. So you want to have a lot of friends. The best way to get friends here is, in the beginning, is to just open up your map. And then you can look around and you can look for these yellow dots, which is other players. You can click on that player and you can add friend. I advise you not to just add friend without talking to people first, or at least having an interaction with them in some way. One interaction could be you send them a message first. So I would just send a message to other players. I would probably go for level 300 and up. I would just look around in the map and you can see the level on their left side of their name. And look for anyone that are level 300 and up and just send them a message. And try to be kind and polite and not pushy. That's a really good advice. The first message I would send to people would be like, "Hi, I'm new to the game. I'm a little nervous. Do you have any advice for me, or something like that?" Don't ask for stuff. That's pushy. So sending a message to people and just saying, "Hey, give me," you're not gonna get anything. Try to be a little more in the sense of, "Look, I'm a little nervous here. I don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas?" And if people don't want to answer, that's fine. A lot of the times you're not going to get any answer, then send more messages. And many of the times you will actually have people just fast traveling over here and connect with you. And if you don't want to do that in the beginning, that's fine. I talked about that in another video. You can just walk around. I actually advise that in the first days, just walk around and get to know the area. But pretty soon you should start making friends. So you can also ask people if they would like to be your friend. And if they like to be your friend, they will probably send you a friend request. And you will find that in the Xbox menu under chat, and you can respond to that. Or you can just also make friends with them if they invited you and they say, "Yeah, let's be friends." Just open up and add friends. So then on the map, when you use the upper right bumper, you will see a friends list. And you will see who is logged on and who is logged on another server. That comes up as online, and who is logged on a private server, and also who is offline. You can also scroll using your left stick through these other menus here, and here is a list. The recent list is the last 24 people on the server. So whenever someone is quitting and a new one's coming in, it's always the top 20, the first 24 names here. They're the ones that are on the server at the moment. So you can use this list to send messages and stuff like that. Another good thing is, if you don't want to take that very direct approach, you can go into this menu by the upper right bumper, and you go to public teams and you just join a public team. I would advise you to join the casual teams, because it gives you a little extra intelligence which will help you level up quicker. And the casual teams, you don't really have to play with other people, you can play by yourself. Other people just appreciate that the team is full, because when you have a full team you get a lot more XP. You can see there, it says on the menu there, +1 intelligence, +2 intelligence, and so on. It takes a few minutes to bond, so I'll show you that if I join this team here. I can open up the menu again, and I'll see now I'm there, and you can see I'm bonding now. So there is a blue bar being filled up. In a couple of minutes then I am bonded, and at that point I will start having more intelligence, which has a direct impact on my XP earnings. So you want to have like a full team. There is no obligations of being in a team like that, so just do it as a standard. And sometimes if you have a low level, you can just simply experience that other people in your team will take care of you. They will invite you to come and play with them. But most of the times people don't really want to bother other people, so they leave you alone. But they also do appreciate that other people make contact and say, hey, can I play with you guys? So that's a great way to make friends. Just play with them a little. You would think that if you are level 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 50, that high levels are don't want to play with you. But that's simply not true. Look here, I just joined this team and I'm already, someone is saying hello to me, I guess. So on your left, sorry, on your D-pad, on the lower button there, you can open up this wheel, and you can use your right stick to send emojis like hello or goodbye, or you can also use this to communicate with other people. So just now, to not kind of confuse my teammates, I'm going to leave the team, and I'll show you more of the emojis that are handy. So I would really encourage you to go out and buy a headset. It can be a cheap headset, but it should have a microphone, and then you can join parties. And you can join parties by opening up the menu using your Xbox button if you play Xbox. And then on the second menu there is parties and chats, and you can open up your own party, and once you have a party you can go into your map. And I would then advise you to maybe first start, if you don't know anyone, join the team and find a teammate, and you can go in to view their profile, and there you can invite them to a party. If they accept the party, you can talk to them. They can talk to you. If you don't have a mic, you can still communicate with other people. I would send them a message asking, hey, can I join the party? I don't have a mic, but I can communicate with emojis, for instance. And a lot of people accept that. I have a lot of friends that I've never heard the voice of. I talk to them, they hear what I'm saying, but they answer with emojis. And the most common ones are thumbs up for yes, or thumbs down for no, of course. Or if you have a question and you need a little time to send them a message, you just send them a question mark. And you can also ask them to come over here and follow me. And this one is pretty good one. This is a team up. This means, can I join the team, or would you like to join a team with me? So if you see someone around in the map and you like to join them, just approach them and do this. And if they'd like to be a team with you, they can actually just go closer to you, and it will come up a little menu there that says press A for team up. And then you do the same thing and you have a team. So that's another way to team up. So the good thing about having friends, like I said, is everyone has a piece of information. And so it's a practical use of having friends. You get a lot of useful tips and tricks and information about the game, what to do next, what is the best gun and what is the best armor, how do I get these things, how do I get a plan to build that, whatever. You have to remember that when people tell you things, it's colored by their own filters. It's colored by what they know of the game, which is completely different from everyone else. Because everyone have their own perspective here on this game and their own knowledge bank, so to speak, that will color their view on the game, on what is best and what is not so good and stuff like that. So when you hear people say, yeah, this is the best thing to do, or this is the best gun, or this is the best armor, you should mentally add a sentence in your head to that, which is, yeah, for you. So, because it's probably not the best for you. Because everything in here, when it comes to armor and weapon, it's about a player style, really. So I'm gonna cover that more in another video in this series when it comes to armor and weapon and how to kind of choose your own, what is best for you and not what is best for other people. And that's a topic no one really talk about, so I'd like to cover that as well. But in this video I'm talking about making friends and friendship. So how do you maintain a friendship? I would every time I log on, I would just open up the map and use your upper right button and look at your friends there. See who is online and see who you want to play with that day, and then click on that and you can join them. So if they're on another server, you can join and it will automatically transport you into that server, and then you can look them up again and invite them to a team. And the best way I found to deal with friends is that in the beginning, when you don't have very close friends, it's smart to just ask if I can play with you today. And then you get a positive or a negative answer to that, and if they say, well, I'm busy today, that's fine, respect that, and ask them again in a couple of days. Don't take it personal that people don't want to play with you, and don't take it personal that people don't answer immediately, because they might be on a mission, they might be occupied. It takes a little time to text, so they might be under attack. So sometimes you have to wait like a couple of minutes or even an hour to get an answer. So that's pretty normal. If you are in a party, it's easier. So you maintain the friendship by, I would say the best way to maintain a friendship is be nice, be polite. If you want to use humor, which is a good thing, make fun of yourself and not other people. That's a really good advice. That shows that you care about other people and you don't take yourself too seriously. So when people make fun of you, yeah, well, it's a joke, so laugh of it. Even if you didn't like it, laugh of it. I mean, if it's a vicious joke, then you have the right to tell, well, that was not really funny. And I think you should do that. We humans, we like to be corrected. Well, at least the ones of us that are empathic. The psychopath and narcissists don't like to be corrected. So those people you shouldn't try to be friends with anyway. And this brings me over to another section of this video on how to choose your friends. So I would say there is two types of people in the world. You have the people with empathy, and you have the people without empathy. If you don't know what empathy is, my definition of that would be the ability to put yourself in the shoes of other people and connect with their needs and emotions, like if it is you. And half of the people on this planet don't even have that ability. That means every second people you meet in real life and in the game, they simply don't have empathy. And they have their purpose on this planet as everyone else. But to make a good friendship, I would advise making friends with the people with empathy first. People that actually care about you. Now, you can make friends with people without empathy and have a really good relationship of, for instance, sharing stuff. But you have to remember they have no empathy. So if they can cheat you, they will do it. If they can steal from you, they will do it. So I wouldn't try to trade or give stuff to people without empathy, thinking that you're actually going to get something back, because there's a high probability you won't get that. The people with empathy, they will actually care about you and think what could be the best for you, and they will do whatever they can to give you stuff. If you're a person without empathy, you will think, oh well, that's a great thing to do, and let me get friends with people with empathy so I can take advantage of that and get all the good stuff and fool those suckers. And there's nothing I can do about that. You can do whatever you want, but if you have empathy, I would try to steer away from those people. And this is a computer game. You're safe at your own home. When people are acting towards you in a way that doesn't feel good for you, you have one powerful tool: just walk away. Walk away or change server. Go to the map, open up, look for other friends, and join their world instead. People without empathy, they are not interested in having any form of discussion, looking for any solutions, or doing anything that will benefit you in any way whatsoever. It's all about themselves. So it's not very beneficial for a long-term, deep relationship to have people in your life that have no empathy. And that goes for this game as well. So it's better to have a few people that you can trust and that you know will help you. One sign you can look for is people will help you without you asking. If they do that consistently over time, then that's a good green flag. People without empathy will not be able to sustain that for very long. They will sooner or later start making it uncomfortable for you. I would say probably one of the best advices I have when it comes to making friends in the game and also in real life would be this. Try to be aware of how you feel when you're around other people. If the people around you are not actually making an effort, and they have to make an effort to make your life feel a little better, then walk away. And you should do the same with other people. When you approach other people, make a conscious effort of thinking, how does my friends feel, and what can I do to make their day a little better? That's how we build a really good friendship. And in this game, those kinds of friendships are extremely valuable. So you will probably meet 100 people, and then you find that one of those 100 people are a person that you can make a really good connection with. and you will play with that person for a long time. Now, this is a computer game, so you'll also notice when you play a lot that your friendships are going to develop, and there are times where your friends are going in a different direction than you, or you're going in a different direction than them, and you will naturally depart. It's sad, but it's a part of life, and that is not a loss. You should think about that as a great experience. You were able to be a part of that person's life for a while, and you had a good time, and those memories you can always bring with you. And then now you have an opportunity for making more connections and more friends, because when you stick to one friend all the time, that blocks a lot of those opportunities very often. So be open for making new friends. Also, in this game particularly, it's very smart to have a lot of friends, because, like I said, there's so much information, and everyone have their own piece. So make friends, try to engage in parties and talk. That will also enhance your game experience, because you start building a community. And when you build a community in here, it's gonna be like real life. You look forward to meet friends and hang out with them and talk about everything. I would advise you to make an effort of keeping parties where one or more people are talking at the same time as clean as possible, and try to not do vicious jokes about other people. It seems like a very, I don't know, hippie way of thinking, but it's actually very good for you mentally, that your jokes and your conversations have an intention of making the day better for everyone. It will maintain your mental health, and it will maintain really good friendships. So a good friend should be able to take criticism. If you say, look, your jokes are not funny, I would prefer we keep the tone in the chats in a more pleasant way, and then you can elaborate on what that means for you, what it makes you feel. Then you should at least expect from a good friend to listen and say, look, I don't know if I agree to that, but I hear what you're saying. Let me reflect on that, and I'll get back to you. That is the minimum of what you should expect from a friend when you criticize them. If they start getting angry or aggressive or deflective or making up excuses or all that, that's a red flag. You're probably dealing with a person with mental issues, and you should not be around them, and you should just walk away. So that's a really good advice in real life and in this game as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about friends in this episode. I hope this was useful for you. You can comment if you want. I will appreciate that if you comment below, and if you like and subscribe, that will be even better. I need all the support I can here. And if you want to play with me, then search me up, D1 White Rabbit, and we can play together. All right, see you later.